So in today's video, it's all about planting the softneck garlic.
Welcome to Our Life Simplified. I'm Laura and Todd is my husband. On this channel, we share our journey of transforming our 5-acre property into a Tuscany-inspired mini homestead and peaceful outdoor oasis. From DIY builds and garden projects, to raising chickens and culinary adventures, including cooking, baking, and grilling, and everything in between. We are creating a space that's both functional and charming, one intentional step at a time. Welcome to our home.
Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, thank you for joining. And if you are returning, welcome back. Today's video is all about softneck garlic and planting now for next year's harvest. I live in zone 6B. I try to plant around October 1st time. Today is September 28th. So the reason why you want to plant in the fall time is because when you plant the garlic, it starts growing and developing before winter hits. In order for the garlic to bulb out, it has to get cold. If you want some more explanation, I did create another video. It was either last year or the year before. There's gonna be a lot of similarities in the videos, but there might be some different things also in the other video, but I'll be sure to link that in case you're interested. I went ahead and I took about 10 to 12 bulbs of garlic and I broke them out into the individual cloves. Whenever you do that process, you have to make sure that you leave that papery material on the outside of the clove. Do you see how the paper is still on the clove? You do want to go ahead and keep that paper on there. It kind of helps protect it so it doesn't rot. And it just allows for a covering to help protect it from, whatever. That's your first step, is to find the largest bulbs of garlic you can, break them out into the cloves, leave the paper on it so it ends up looking like this. You can still see the paper on it. Now, something else that you need to be aware of is there is a pointy side, and then there is the side down here, which is connected to the base of the bulb. This is the side the roots are gonna grow out of. The pointed side, that's the side that it is going to grow up and out. So the clove itself will end up developing, growing, and bulbing out. This is how I plan to plant this garlic. So you don't have to have a special tool or anything. You can just use like a little garden shovel, or you can just use your hands. I've done that in previous years too. But to make it easier for me, I'm going to use this tool. The nice thing about this tool, it has markings on here and it shows you inches. So it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to be planting 4 inches deep. So I'm going to go this deep into my soil before I pop the bulb into the ground. I'm going to be planting 6 inches apart, both like the rows this way and the rows this way. So 6 by 6, I wanted to make sure that I get the biggest possible bulb that I possibly can whenever I do this planting. If you have elephant garlic, they recommend 12 inches apart. I am not growing elephant garlic this year, nor am I growing hardneck garlic, but I'm guessing, and if you're experienced at growing the hardneck garlic, let us know in the comments below if it's similar to planting that of the softneck garlic. I went ahead and I prepped my bed by getting the soil all ready to go, and then I went ahead and I have chickens, so I laid the pine shavings that are in their coop with their poop. So it's a great fertilizer and a mulch. So that's how I have this prepped. So I'm going to be planting in this area. I have all of my bulbs broken out into the cloves with the paper material still on it, and I'm just going to see how far I get. I estimated, I think it's about maybe close to 100 cloves of garlic that I plan on planting. So let's get to it. So I'm going to go approximately 4 inches deep, and I'm just going to estimate 6 inches to be about right here. So my next hole will be approximately right here. Now, I do see, it looks like there might be some garlic that are coming back. I'll have to check that out. But anyways, that's how far apart I'm gonna plant. So here, and then here, and then I'm just gonna keep on going down the row, and then I'm gonna come back this way approximately 6 inches. This is the end that the roots are gonna grow, and this is the pointy side. So I am just going to pop that in the ground because I already made my hole. And then here, I'm gonna do the same. Root side, pointy side, pop that in the ground, and I'm just gonna continue. After I get everything planted, what I plan on doing is I plan on sprinkling some lettuce seeds in between the bulbs of garlic. It's a great companion plant because the garlic will keep the bad pests away. It could be little creatures like squirrel or whatever. So it could be little animals, it could be aphids, things of that nature, anything that could get to my lettuce. The garlic will help keep those pests away. Lettuce would be used as a ground cover, so it can help keep weeds away, and it will also help keep the moisture in the soils. And as you can see, I have my irrigation system already set up, which I'll have to disconnect that in the winter time. But in the meantime, until winter hits, usually we don't get the bad winter mix and so forth until maybe January, February time. So we still have a little bit of growing season left, even though I have cleared out different areas in my garden to just be done with it for the fall and prepping for my garlic beds. I do have a bunch of tomatoes still on my tomato plants, so I will just continue to harvest those until it gets too cold. Same with my pepper plants. I have a bunch of peppers still growing. Again, I will just continue harvesting those as time goes on. And I also have loofahs that I planted this year, so I did a video on that, and I do plan on doing some fun things with loofahs. This is the first time I've ever done anything with loofahs, so that'll be interesting. So if you're interested in that, be sure you subscribe so you can catch that video. Looks like everything that I planted, it planted up to about, let's see, it was about, I think, this area or so. So I've got all of my garlic in the ground now. We just wait now. These should be ready to harvest maybe sometime in July. I usually when I harvest, it's around 4th of July time, I want to say. I do plan on sprinkling some lettuce seeds in between here and maybe in this area, just so we can have lettuce growing. So that is how I plant garlic in the fall for harvest next July. We do cook and grill a lot. So if you would like to follow us on any of the recipes that we might make with the garlic, pepper sauces, there's all types of things that we do with the garlic. I even have garlic braiding videos. So if you do choose to grow garlic and you want to braid that, be sure you subscribe so that when it's time to harvest next year, you can catch that video. I'll go ahead and I'll link that as well in this video. How many of you grow garlic, and what zone are you in? And when do you typically plant the garlic? Like I said, I'm in zone 6B, and this is how I plant my garlic. Thank you for sticking with me, and until next time, thank you for watching.